Hey boys and girls, I'm back again, and today we're going to talk about the steps in a division problem. What are the steps and how can we remember the steps in a division problem when we're just doing the computation? Okay, so the first step in a division problem is to divide. You're going to do the division, then you're going to multiply, then you subtract, you compare, and you bring down. Now, if you bring down, you must repeat. Okay? If there's an arrow where you're bringing down, I'll show you in just a minute what I'm talking about, then you have to bring your divisor down and start over. Okay? If there is no arrow where you brought down a number, then you have a remainder. Now when you bring down, be careful because you can only bring down one number at a time. Some of the mistakes I've seen have been you're trying to bring down two numbers at a time, and you can't do that. You've got to bring down one number at a time. Okay, so, and I did the little signs over here, divide, multiply, subtract, compare, bring down, and we do the Cupid shuffle for some of the steps that we do, and it goes like this. I don't know if you can see my feet, but it's divide, 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 multiply, 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 subtract, 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 subtract. Now bring down and repeat, and bring down and repeat, and then we do it again going this way, okay, and then we do it all the way around till we're done. You remember that if you're in class. So there are several different ways. You can also say drive my super cool buggy rapidly. That's an acronym for divide, multiply, subtract, compare, bring down. We've tried to make it easy for you to remember these steps. Now you just have to put it into practice. All right, so I have a one-digit divisor into a three-digit dividend. So I'm going to go one digit at a time. 4 will go into this first digit in the hundreds place. 4 will go into 5 one time. Okay, that's my divide. Then multiply. 1 times 4 is 4. Now I subtract. Now you put that 4 right underneath the 5 that we put the 4 into there. And 5 minus 4 is 1. Now this compare. You've got to make sure that this number, after we subtract, is less than your divisor. 1 is less than 4, so I'm good. Now you're going to bring down, but only bring down one number at a time. And if you bring down the 7, I've got to have an arrow over here bringing down the 4. The arrows have to match up. Okay, now I'm going to repeat. Since I brought down, I'm going to repeat. So you go back up here. Divide. We divide 4 into 17 now. 4 will go into 17 4 times. And notice that I put the number in my quotient above the 7 because that's the number that we brought down. And now I multiply. 4 times 4 is 16. And now I subtract. 7 minus 6 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Compare. Is 1 less than 4? It is. Bring down. Is there another number to bring down? Yes, I've got a 3. So I'm going to bring down that 3 to make a new dividend. But since I have an arrow, I've got to have an arrow over here and bring my divisor down. So 4 will go into 13. We repeat because I had an arrow. Now let's do the divide. 4 will go into 13 3 times. I'm going to multiply. 3 times 4 is 12. Then let's subtract. 13 minus 12. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. All right, compare. 1 is less than 4. Good job. Now I'm going to bring down. Oh, I'm out of numbers. There's nothing else to bring down. So I skipped down here. Since there was not an arrow to bring down, I'm going to have a remainder. Remainder of 1. 143, remainder 1 is my quotient. Now I still have to check my division. And to do that, I'm going to multiply the quotient, the whole number that I got from my quotient, times my divisor. So 143 times 4. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1 is 17. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5. So I get 572, but I have a remainder that I've got to come over and add plus 1. 2 plus 1 is 3, 7 plus 0 is 7, and 5 plus 0 is 5. So my dividend matches my dividend there, so I've got that answer correct.